Well, hello everyone. This is Family eBiz. This is Carrie Beck with Family eBiz. Little cuckoo here right now. Anyway, this is the third part of a three-part system on systems. We have been talking about how systems can scale your business. They can grow your business. If you do not have systems in place, you're going to keep doing the same work over and over and not have the opportunity, the room to be able to grow your business. What have we talked about? In part one, we talked about our email open system so that if I don't have time to write all my emails, someone else can take it and write the type of email, write the things that I need to get my email open. Last week, we talked about just systems in general and the importance of actually writing down the systems, some general tips on that, who in your organization is going to be responsible. And if you're a solopreneur, this is the perfect time to start your systems. Keep writing down exactly what you do and how you want something done. Then when you bring someone on board, you don't have to spend hours upon hours trying to remember and come up with it. So that was part two. You can go back and watch either one of those. Today I want to talk about my webinar system because it is something that we have been using for years, probably about 15 years. So why webinars and why would I pick out this one system? Let me just tell you, there's an old saying that says events drive sales. Events drive sales. Think about it. When you go to a conference and someone speaks, oh, let's go buy their book. Oh, let's go buy their course. Oh, let's go buy whatever. Or maybe you go to a conference and they've got a whole vendor hall. You go to an event and you're more likely to buy. You go to someone's speaking engagement and you might buy a seminar. Those are events that drive sales. The same thing happens online. So that you go to an online event and you can also encourage sales through that. The cool thing about webinars is people all over the world can actually come to your one event, or if you do it multiple times, it doesn't matter. That is something that is super cool, I think. And so I do have people. We have a lot of people from New Zealand, Australia. We have people in Europe and France and England. We have people in South Africa. We have people in Central America. We have some people actually, we used to have people like in Guam, those areas as well. So people from all over the world can join you. Now, why else is a webinar good? You can draw in new leads. And so you can advertise this free class and free webinar. Excuse me. I'm sitting here thinking, I forgot my water. But if you advertise it, you can get new leads. You can build relationships. People can hear who you are. People are on my webinar, which I call a master class. And they're like, oh, this lady, this is it. She is speaking my language. They hear it in my voice. That's a lot more than you can get in an email or a social media post. I can be transparent, just like I was just now doing a live video for my homeschool moms about family attitudes. I did not plan it, but I came up and I started crying about a family situation in our family. That is transparency. That is being honest. That's one thing you can do on a webinar. So when you offer, what you are doing is you are offering a free webinar, a free class, a workshop, a master class with tremendous value. So you can say, hey, come learn all this information about X, Y, and Z. You position yourself as an expert. And so you begin to brand yourself as an expert. You give a master class that has excellent information, but it's incomplete. You tell them everything of what they need to do, but not necessarily how, because what you're going to sell is going to tell them how. You are actually have the opportunity to sell your resource that solves their problem. So these are some different reasons you're going to do it. This is a soft sell, not a hard sell. It's not like I just get on and go, hey guys, here's the problem, here's what you need to do about it, and I've got the product that's going to solve you. You're giving valuable information, and then at the end, you're going to offer them a solution that just happens to be your product. So this will speed up your sales process as well. So those are the reasons of why I have a webinar system. That is why I believe in webinars. You can call them whatever you want. but they are basically an online event where you teach information and then you sell a resource. So what kinds of things do you need to do in this system? You need prep work. What is included in your prep work? Well, you need to pick a topic that goes along with whatever the product is that you want to sell. This is how you will serve your audience. Remember, I'm all about we serve our audience and then we sell. You'll need to tell them how this benefits them, how it solves their problem. So you're going to pick a topic that goes along with your you're going to pick a webinar, a class topic that goes along with your webinar. You're going to need to pick a day and a time. You'll need to pick a title, a catchy title that will draw their attention and make them want to come to it. And then you'll need to make an outline of the information and your sales. How are you going to sell it? And it's up to you. You could do it like I'm doing right now, or you can do a PowerPoint presentation. You can have slides as well. And then you'll need to find some software. You'll need to choose your software of what software are you going to use to be able to do this. So that is the prep work. Those are all the things that you need to do. I was looking to see if I was still here in there. There we go. We actually have some people here. Kimberly is here. Hello, Kimberly. So those are some of the things that that need to be done beforehand. The other thing you're going to need to do is create some web pages. What type of web pages are in my system? That was our prep work system. My web page system. I'm going to have a registration page that tells them about the webinar, why they need it, and then some way for them to sign up for it. I'm going to have a thank you page that says thank you, and here's the information on how to get in to the webinar on the day and the time whenever that is. And then I will also need a sales page because I am going to sell them a product. So we have our webinar page, we have our thank you page, and then we have our sales page. The sales page is our product. The webinar and thank you pages are our webinar pages. So we have webinar pages, and then we do need product pages as well. So that's what comes into my web page system. The next thing in my webinar system are emails. There are 4 types of emails that you need to have and consider. The first one is our invites. So you're going to invite them a few times through email. And so that is what you'll need, some different invites. You don't want the exact same email sent 5 times. You'll need to mix it up a little bit as well. Invite. Next ones are reminder emails. You'll want to remind them that they signed up, and here's how you get on it, and here we're starting in an hour. You'll have to space those out, but you'll need some kind of reminder emails. Number 3 is afterwards, as soon as it's over, you need some post emails. This explains the offer and tells them why they would want, what benefit will they be getting from it. And then the 4th type of email are your buyer emails. So as soon as someone buys their email, buys your product, they need to get an email and tells them how to get that product, and maybe even a few more to help them use that product well. So in our webinar system, we have ideas, we have dates and times, we have it all listed out. I'm not going to go into all of that, but you need your invite emails, your reminder emails, your post emails with your offer and when it closes down or if it continues, I don't know, and then your buyer emails so that your buyers start to get to know you as well. So those are the main things that we include in our webinar system. Let's go over those again. If you're multitasking, come back to me. And as I say this, I want you to listen and tell me which part of this system would you need the most help on right now? Which one, if you were going to do a webinar, what would be the ones that you need the most help on? Is it the prep work, coming up with the topic and the title and the outline and the slides and the software to actually present your webinar? Or is it all the web pages? How do we set up the registration, the thank you, and the sales page? Let me know if that is maybe something that would be harder. Whatever the thing you need the help most on. Or the last one are our emails. And so the emails, there are 4 types of emails: invite, reminder, post emails, giving your offer and the deadlines, and then your buyer emails. Which one of those parts of our webinar system would you need the most help on? Let me know in the chat, whether you're listening to the replay or whether you're listening to the live one as well. So, I will tell you one thing I do, and for those of you, right now our cart is open for our Family eBiz Mastermind in September, and I actually didn't plan it this way. I already thought I was going to do this live, but in September, the training that our mastermind members got was detail on that webinar system. When do you send these emails? What kind of emails do you send? What's included in this web page? What's included in that web page? How do we know what software is the best software? How do we come up with titles? Those kinds of things. That was the training that we actually had in September. So that's the kind of things that we cover in our training. Every month we have a training in Family eBiz Mastermind. You could probably sell some of these trainings, $47, $97 a piece. Each one of these will hit different types of systems or marketing funnels. Because what I want to do in this mastermind, and what we all do together, that's the beauty of a mastermind, it's the beauty of a group. We share systems, we hold each other accountable, and then we gain confidence so we can scale and grow our business. All right. So September was a deep dive into webinar systems with PDFs to help you organize your email scheduling as well. I've had trainings on imposter syndrome. We have other trainings as well. We even had one on TikTok. But different things. Some of it is on productivity. Some of it's on mindset. Some of it is on emails and getting your emails delivered, that type of thing. We even did some on Google Analytics. So there's a wide variety of trainings. But to me, the most valuable thing, and I think the people in your mastermind will say this as well, is it is the meeting every single month. Meeting with the same people, holding each other accountable, saying, I'm going to go off and do this for 4 weeks. And I'm going to come back and they're going to ask me if I did that thing. And not only that, when I have problems, I can go to my mastermind meeting and I can say, I'm stuck here, or I'm really not sure what direction to go. Those are some of the questions that you can get answered. And we have a private Facebook group. Like I just saw, I think Jan posted something. I haven't looked quite at it, but it was on podcasting, I think. She was sharing some information on podcasting for all of the mastermind members. Now, isn't that great? It's not just my trainings, it's everyone as well. Helping each other, because we do not believe we are competitors. We are collaborators, and we want to help each other. If you're interested in joining the Family eBiz Mastermind, I do need you to know it is Monday. It closes Wednesday night, and we will be probably forming some new groups as well. And so I'm excited about that, to have some new mastermind members, and we will just see how many we get signed up and what days and times all of that works out. There is an application after you sign up with the link that's in the description wherever you are listening to this. Hey, if y'all have questions, let me know. I was going to double check any comments, see if y'all have any questions. Hey, Katie, I'm glad you are here. I was on the wrong page right here. Oh, and Kimberly said web pages and people to invite. I have no list. There are ways to get around that. One of the things I do is I have affiliates, so I go and network with people, and then I can do that. Another thing we really encourage in our mastermind is, as you grow, as you create a product of any kind and a webinar, you need to be working on your list. It's sort of a threefold process. You need to and I will tell you, Jan Burt shared this with me. One day she would do one thing, the next day. So let's say on Monday for 1 hour a day, she would work on list building. And I'm making this up. This isn't hers, but this is the idea. On Tuesday, she would work on product creation. And on Wednesday, she would work on networking other people in her area so they could all work together and help each other. And then on Thursday, maybe it was marketing funnels and writing emails, those kinds of things. She had other tasks, but I'm just telling you. So sometimes you're like, how can I work on all three? You could actually do it with that manner. And I know Katie Wolf, one of our mastermind members, said, when I heard Jan say that, all of a sudden I felt like I could get organized and I could get through the systems and do the things I needed to do. So it broke it down in a little bite size, even if you just have 1 hour a day. Anyway, I'm so excited about this. It's one of my favorite things. I love getting to know people. I love helping people as well. But webinars, those are just some ideas that you can use to get going on your webinar as well. And I would love to help you with your webinar system. Reach out to me, leave a comment in the chat as well. So Sounds really good. If y'all have other comments as you're listening, leave them wherever you are listening to this. I am Carrie Beck with FamilyEBiz.com. We'll talk to you later.